Well, you've heard us mention it a few times this past week. It is very hot outside with temperatures in the 90s and triple digits. The heat is a hazard, not just for you, but also your car. Joining us this afternoon is Rylie Mansuetti with AAA Oklahoma. Rylie, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, we usually hear about car problems in the cold, but the heat can also do some damage to your car. Is that right? How can we prepare for the heat if we're on a road trip?
Yeah, absolutely. So the heat can actually be worse on your car's battery than the cold in the wintertime could be. So it's important to have your car checked before you go on your road trips this summer. You can take it to most auto shops and they can do a pre-trip check. They can also test the life of your battery to see if it can handle the summer heat. What happens is evaporation within the battery causes it to die quicker. And if your battery is over 3 years old, that likelihood is very high, especially in these over 100-degree days.
Yeah, we hear about the batteries. What other issues with your car can the heat cause?
It can cause a lot of problems, but if you're in the car itself, you yourself are in danger as well. So if you find yourself stranded on the roadside due to any type of car issue, whether it be your fluids or another car issue, a tire, you're in danger if your AC is not working well because it is so hot. So it's always important to keep an emergency kit in your vehicle. Make sure it's well stocked with your typical emergency kit items, but also extra water when you're heading out on the roads this summer.
Absolutely. We've done a lot of stories about it as well. Unfortunately, kids being left in hot cars. Just how hot can it get inside of a car for an extended period of time?
Kids can get 3 to 5 times hotter in their internal body temperature than adults. So even though an adult can get heat stroke in a vehicle in these hot temperatures, kids can as well at very high rates. It can become deadly within a few minutes. So if your child is in the car with you, don't leave them in the vehicle when you go into the grocery store or into the bank. Make sure that you take them with you, take them somewhere cooler, especially your pets as well. You don't want to leave your furry loved ones in the car either, but also check for your kids. Sometimes they might crawl into the car unexpectedly. There's a few different situations where that can occur. You might forget that the child's in there. It can happen to really well-meaning parents. Your child might go in there without you knowing, or someone might leave their child in their vehicle. So it's important, especially on these hot days, to make sure you look before you lock. Set reminders for yourself if your child or your pet or anyone else who's vulnerable is in that vehicle with you, because it's like an oven inside your car and it can become really deadly.
And then quickly talk about just how important maintenance is for your car as well. Is there a certain amount of time that you should get your car maintenance? Is it every 6 months? When do you guys recommend to do that?
We recommend at least twice a year, if not more. That 6-month checkup is good for your oil change and everything else. And also now that we're having more people car sitting with working from home, your car can degrade worse than if it were a daily driver by sitting at home. So it's important at least every 6 months. But if you have a warning sign come up on your dashboard or if something sounds wrong, it's better have that taken care of sooner rather than later, because you could end up in an unsafe situation.
All right, Rylie, very important advice. We appreciate you taking a few minutes today, and stay cool.
All righty, stay cool.